From the vibrant pages of beloved comic books to the magic of the big screen, these adaptations have truly captured the heart and soul of their source material, all while adding a dazzling cinematic touch. Whether you're a hardcore comic book enthusiast or simply enjoy an epic superhero showdown, these films are absolute must-sees. Get ready for a wild ride through some of the best comic book movies ever made. 10. Dick Tracy, 1990, the most bonkers comic book movie ever. Imagine a world where color is so vibrant it practically slaps you in the face, and every villain is more eccentric than the last. That's the 1990 Dick Tracy movie in a nutshell. Based on the classic comic strip that first appeared in 1931, this film stars Warren Beatty as the tough, no-nonsense detective with a knack for nabbing the weirdest bad guys. With an all-star cast including Al Pacino, Madonna, and Dustin Hoffman, this film is a wild ride through a comic-inspired, neon-soaked world. Released hot on the heels of Tim Burton's Batman, Dick Tracy helped kick off the comic book movie craze that's still going strong today. 9. V for Vendetta, 2005. Is it deep or dumb? When you mix dystopian futures with a masked vigilante who loves blowing things up, you get V for Vendetta. Based on Alan Moore's graphic novel, this film takes us to a fascist future where freedom is just a distant memory. Enter V, played by Hugo Weaving, a mysterious man with a flair for the dramatic and a love for explosives. With Natalie Portman by his side, Vive takes on the corrupt government in a tale that's as thought-provoking as it is action-packed. Even if Alan Moore's work is notoriously tricky to adapt, V for Vendetta comes pretty close to perfection. 8. Captain America Civil War, 2016. 13 biggest Captain America Civil War movie comic differences. Marvel's Civil War comic event was an epic crossover featuring nearly every hero in the Marvel Universe, and while the movie couldn't quite match that scope, it sure tried. Captain America Civil War pits hero against hero as Captain America and Iron Man clash over government regulations. Throw in the first appearance of Spider-Man in the MCU, and you've got a comic fan's dream come true. The movie might have taken some liberties with the source material, but it captured the essence of what made the comics so compelling. Superheroes fighting for what they believe is right, even if it means fighting each other. 7. Batman, 1989. The troubled history of Batman. Burton, Keaton, Nicholson, Batmania. Before Christopher Nolan's dark and gritty Batman, there was Tim Burton's gloriously gothic take on the Caped Crusader. Starring Michael Keaton as Batman and Jack Nicholson as the Joker, this film brought Gotham City to life in a way that no other movie had before. With its memorable one-liners, iconic Batmobile, and a soundtrack by Prince, Burton's Batman became the blueprint for future superhero movies. It didn't just show us Batman's dark side, it reveled in it, making it one of the most essential superhero movies ever made. 6. Thor Ragnarok, 2017. Why Thor Ragnarok is the best of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If you thought the first 2 Thor movies were a bit too serious, Thor Ragnarok is here to change your mind. With a bright color palette, hilarious dialogue, and an epic buddy cop vibe between Thor and Hulk, this movie is pure fun from start to finish. Director Taika Waititi took elements from various comic storylines and mashed them together into a cosmic adventure that's as funny as it is action-packed. By the end of the movie, Thor has transformed from a somewhat stiff character into a self-aware hero who's ready to take on anything, even his own family. If you enjoyed this trip through the world of comic book movies, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more top 10s, and share this video with your fellow movie buffs. We want to hear from you. Drop a comment below telling us which comic book adaptation is your all-time favorite, or if there's another one you think should have made the cut. 5. Sin City, 2005. How Sin City revolutionized visual effects. When it comes to comic book movies, few are as visually striking as Sin City. Directed by Robert Rodriguez and based on Frank Miller's gritty graphic novel, this film is a near-perfect adaptation of its source material. With its black and white cinematography and splashes of color, Sin City feels like a comic book come to life. The film's interwoven stories of crime, vengeance, and redemption are brought to life by a star-studded cast, including Bruce Willis, Rosario Dawson, and Mickey Rourke. It's dark, it's stylish, and it's a must-see for any comic book fan. 4. Superman, the movie, 1978. Really that good? Superman. Before there was the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there was Christopher Reeve's Superman. This 1978 film set the standard for superhero movies, with Reeves' portrayal of the Man of Steel still considered by many to be the best. Directed by Richard Donner, the movie tells the origin story of Superman, from his childhood in Kansas to his battles with Lex Luthor. With its hopeful tone, epic score, and groundbreaking special effects, Superman the movie proved that comic book movies could be more than just popcorn flicks. They could be cinematic masterpieces. 3. Logan, 2017. Everything great about Logan. If you're looking for a superhero movie with a bit more bite, look no further than Logan. Hugh Jackman's final outing as Wolverine is a brutal, emotional roller coaster that takes the character to new depths. Based on the Old Man Logan comic, the film shows an older, grizzled Wolverine trying to protect a young girl with powers similar to his own. With stellar performances from Jackman, Patrick Stewart, and newcomer Daphne Keane, Logan is not just one of the best comic book movies, it's one of the best movies, period. 2. Black Panther, 2018, the first comic book-based film to be nominated for Best Picture. Black Panther wasn't just a movie, it was a cultural phenomenon. Directed by Ryan Coogler and starring the late Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa, this film brought the world of Wakanda to life in stunning detail. With its rich story, complex characters, and a villain as compelling as the hero, Black Panther became the first comic book movie to be nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. It's a film that transcends its genre, offering a powerful message about identity, responsibility, and what it means to be a hero. 1. The Mask, 1994. The Mask, Cuban Pete song. Who would have thought that a movie about a magical mask that turns a mild-mannered bank clerk into a zany, green-faced whirlwind would be such a hit? Based on the Dark Horse Comics series, The Mask stars Jim Carrey in one of his most iconic roles. With his rubbery facial expressions and over-the-top antics, Carrey brings the character of Stanley Ipkiss to life in a way that only he could. The film's blend of slapstick comedy, special effects, and a swinging soundtrack made it a box office smash, and it remains one of the most beloved comic book adaptations to this day. There you have it, the top 10 best comic book to movie adaptations. These films have successfully translated the magic of their source material onto the big screen, capturing the hearts and minds of audiences around the world. Whether you're a fan of superhero epics, gritty noir, or animated adventures, these movies have something for everyone. What are your favorite comic book adaptations? Let us know in the comments below.